Hello and welcome back to another recipe of the week video. My name is Marissa. If you are new here, I am a pharmacist and health coach, and each week I am sharing a recipe or a meal idea to inspire you to get cooking in your kitchen and that healthy food can be delicious, simple, and fun. So this week we are making burger bowls for dinner, which is one of my favorite easy dinners to make, and this also makes a great lunch, and you can meal prep it ahead of time. So lots of different options here, and you can get really creative and customize it with different toppings and stuff, and it's really fun for your family too, and everybody can kind of do what they like to do for their burger, but it's a fun different option than the traditional burger for lunch or dinner. So we're going to start by roasting up some gold potatoes. This is going to take the longest amount of time to cook, so we're going to get them started first. I like to rinse them under cold water and then dry them off using a towel. If a lot of water is present, then they will steam in the oven instead of getting nice and crispy and golden brown. I also like to leave the skin on. This saves me a step, plus it contains lots of nutrients like fiber, which is helpful for blood sugar balance. So chop the potatoes into cubes and then toss them onto a cookie sheet lined with a silicone baking mat. I love this thing. Nothing sticks to it. It's reusable. It's really nice. And it's a great alternative to aluminum foil, which is quite expensive, if you ask me. So then after chopping up the 5 potatoes, I seasoned them with 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of ground thyme. Then I drizzled on some avocado oil, and then I used my hands to just toss all of the potatoes around so that they were all evenly coated with the seasoning blend that I just added. Then once you are done with that, we're going to roast them in the oven at 375 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes. Everyone's oven is different, and how small you cut the potatoes might be different as well, so just keep an eye on them. As they start to turn golden brown, you're going to use your spatula to flip them so that they are cooking evenly on both sides. And then once they are fork tender and golden brown, they are done. And then we are going to season them with salt, but we will do that in a little bit later, and I'll show you guys that. But in the meantime, we're going to prep the rest of our ingredients. So I had some parsley on hand. I want to use that up, and so I thought it would make a great addition into the burger meat. So I chopped that up, and then I also sliced up some red onion. So for a burger bowl, you're essentially just adding all of the ingredients that you would add onto your burger into a bowl instead of in between 2 burger buns. So you can definitely get creative here and even allow your family to customize their toppings. It's kind of fun. Everyone gets involved. It's really even good for kids. And there's just so many delicious burger options that you can try out and make. And some of my favorites are Swiss mushrooms and onions, tomatoes and pickle, a fried egg, whatever you like. Today I left the onion raw, but you can definitely saute it if you prefer it that way. If you are keeping it raw, what I like to do is just separate the onion pieces from each other, and then set that aside and next grab a tomato. So for a burger, I would traditionally just slice this and add it on top, but for the burger bowl, I like to dice it, and I just think that it's easier to eat. So I remove the seeds because that's my personal preference, as I shared in my last my last 2 recipe of the week videos. And then once done, I place this in another bowl and set that aside. Next, I shredded up romaine lettuce. Iceberg lettuce is also a really fun option too because it adds a nice crunch, and I just feel like the crunch is so necessary here. But again, personal preference. You can definitely use a more dark green lettuce like kale or spinach, or even arugula, but they just don't have as nice of a crunch as the romaine and iceberg lettuce does. So totally up to you, but for me, I just love the crunch. And then lastly, I chopped up some pickles. Talk about crunch again. I love using pickle chips for burgers, but I just didn't have those on hand right now. So I just chopped up these pickle halves that I had. This has been my favorite brand of pickles. The ingredient list is healthy and clean, and they taste really, really good, and they have a nice crunch. And then after chopping those up, I noticed that it was time for the potatoes to come out of the oven. So I just set the pickles aside and got the potatoes out. They look so good and made my house smell amazing. And this is when I like to salt them. I've noticed from experience that if you salt them before you roast them, sometimes they steam rather than get crispy and golden brown. So I like to salt them afterwards. And now we're gonna let those cool. And then the last thing that we need to cook up is the burger meat. You can make traditional burgers here and then just add them on top of the lettuce later on and into the bowl. Or you could simply just cook up the ground beef and use your spatula to break it up into little bite-sized pieces. It really just depends on how much time you have and what you are craving that night. If you do want to make a traditional burger, then usually what I like to do is just add a egg and a splash of milk or water into a large mixing bowl, add in the ground beef, and crumble up a slice of bread, or put the bread in first before the meat, and allow that to soak in the egg and milk or water mixture. And then you add in some spices and then your burger meat or the ground beef, and then you can like mix it up and make your burgers. It's a nice healthy way of doing that. And I use my sourdough sandwich bread in place of breadcrumbs, because breadcrumbs traditionally don't have a very clean, healthy ingredient list, and it's just really hard to find. Plus, I have my sourdough bread on hand. Usually I like to use the ends for that. But for today and for this dish, I do like to chop it up, and so that's what I did, as you can see. So basically what I did was just heat up a cast iron pan with some avocado oil, and then I add in the ground beef. I used about 1 1/3 pounds of 85% lean ground beef here. And then I used the spatula to break it up. I added on some seasoning. So I did a tablespoon of onion powder and garlic powder, and then 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning blend, which was like just a mix of a bunch of Italian spices, along with about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then once the meat had finished cooking, I finished it off with the chopped parsley that we chopped up earlier, and then I gave it a good mix. And now it is time to assemble our burger bowl. So in a bowl, you're going to add on a bed of lettuce, a nice helping of the crispy gold potatoes. You're going to add on the chopped tomato, pickles, sliced red onion, or whatever other toppings that you wanted for your burger bowl. And you're going to add these all around the perimeter of the bowl, and then you can add the burger meat right in the center. And then, totally optional, but you can add on some shredded cheese if you'd like. I think shredded cheese works the best here, but if you just had a slice, you can dice that up, or have like a kind of like a wedge of cheese on the side as well if you'd like. But anyway, so I had a block of raw smoked cheddar here. You can use whatever cheese you'd like, and then boom, that's it. Dinner is ready, and this tastes so good. It's filling, it's packed with nutrients and flavor, and you can also add some avocado right on top if you'd like, but sadly I ran out, so next time. And then for a dressing, I do love ketchup and barbecue sauce. I really like this one from Primal Kitchen, but it is expensive, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm in the process of trying to figure out how I can duplicate this and make it myself at home so I could save some money. And I do make my own ketchup, and I have been storing it in this empty container. I should probably look into getting a new one for it, but until then, this is what I'm working with. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Let me know by commenting down below what other recipes you'd like to see me make. And make sure to subscribe for more healthy recipes and to make healthy living simple and fun. And if you would like to see how I make my favorite chicken avocado toast sandwich, then click on this video right here. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Stay well, my friends. Bye.